When you're young and talented, it's like the whole world is waiting out there for you. But sadly, for some it was cut short. Today, let's take a look at the child actors who tragically died at a young age.
Hey everyone, welcome to TrendStreet.
Number 1. Cameron Boyce. Cameron Boyce is famously recognized for his works in the Disney Channel, where he starred in popular shows like Jessie and the successful Descendants franchise as Carlos, the son of Cruella de Vil. Tragically, Boyce passed away on July 6, 2019, at the young age of 20, due to a fatal seizure caused by epilepsy while he slept. In an emotional essay for Good Morning America, his mother highlighted the impact of sudden unexpected death in epilepsy, also known as SUDEP, describing the profound trauma and irreplaceable loss she experienced in the past 10 months. She wrote, "You can't compare it to anything, because it is a trauma that is dissimilar to anything in the world. It has created a gaping hole that is raw and gut-wrenching." Number 2. Sal Mineo. Sal Mineo gained fame in 1955 with his role in Rebel Without a Cause, co-starring alongside James Dean and Natalie Wood. Despite being just 15 years old at the time, Mineo's performance was remarkably mature and earned him an Academy Award nomination as well. Tragically, James Dean died before the premiere of the movie, while Natalie Wood passed away after drowning in the coast of Catalina. Mineo himself met a tragic end when he was murdered outside his West Hollywood home in 1976 at the age of 37. Mineo's personal life also made headlines when he revealed to Boyce Hadley that he identified as bisexual. Following his death, various rumors circulated about the circumstances of his murder, including speculation that it was related to a hookup or involvement with a hustler. However, writer James Ellroy, in his investigation for The Hollywood Reporter, said that Mineo's stabbing was likely a random act of violence. Number 3. River Phoenix. River Phoenix, older brother to Joaquin Phoenix, tragically passed away at the age of 23 after collapsing outside the Viper Room in West Hollywood. River began his career as a child star and gained immense popularity for his roles in films like Stand By Me and as the young Indiana Jones in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, where he expertly emulated Harrison Ford's charismatic performance. As he matured, River earned critical acclaim for his role in My Own Private Idaho. Sadly, his promising career was cut short in 1993 due to a drug overdose. During his lifetime, River supported his younger brother Joaquin's aspirations to pursue acting. Joaquin revealed in an interview with Anderson Cooper on 60 Minutes that his brother, despite his own substantial success, believed in his potential to achieve even greater heights in Hollywood. River introduced him to films like Raging Bull and predicted that he would become a bigger actor than him. He said, "Through my brother and his understanding and appreciation of that kind of acting, I think it just awakened something in me." Number 4. Aaron Carter. Initially, fans knew Aaron Carter as the younger brother of Backstreet Boys' Nick Carter. But soon enough, Aaron made a name for himself with hit singles like Aaron's Party, I Want Candy, and That's How I Beat Shaq. He quickly became a teen sensation, even getting caught up in rumors about Lindsay Lohan and Hilary Duff's relationship drama in the mid-2000s. However, as Aaron got older, things took a rough turn. He faced personal struggles, including the loss of his sister Leslie Carter from bipolar disorder in 2012. He battled with alcohol and drug abuse that landed him in rehab on and off. In 2019, Aaron took to Twitter to share troubling accusations against his family members, claiming childhood abuse. He said that his sister raped him from the age of 10 to 13 years old when she wasn't on her medications, and how his brother abused him his whole life. He wrote, "Since my truth is all out there, I hope all survivors of assault or rape find peace and justice." Sadly, in 2022, Aaron Carter's life ended tragically at just 34. He drowned after falling asleep in a bathtub while under the influence of drugs, like Xanax. Nick Carter shared his heartbreak on Instagram, expressing love for his brother despite their complicated relationship. Number 5. Corey Haim. Corey Haim and Corey Feldman were a dynamic duo back in the 1980s, starring together in movies like The Lost Boys and License to Drive. They were known as the Two Coreys, which later became the name of their reality TV show in the 2000s, giving viewers a raw glimpse into their lives after child stardom. The show got pretty dark, especially when Haim shared on camera that they both had a rough time as kids, dealing with abuse. He was candid about battling addiction and mental health issues on the show, and in his adult life. Sadly, in 2010, Haim passed away at age 38 from pneumonia. Feldman reflected on their shared experiences in an Entertainment Weekly piece after Haim's death, connecting it to the challenges they faced growing up in the industry. Feldman went through recovery, but Haim struggled to move past his troubled young life. It was tough for both of them, not having a chance to truly experience a normal childhood. Number 6. Jonathan Brandis. Jonathan Brandis, known for his roles in IT and Never Ending Part 2, was a heartthrob for many in the 1990s, with his face gracing numerous Teen Beat posters. Despite his popularity, Brandis didn't see himself as a typical teen idol. He said, "As an actor, you just hope to continue working. Then, when you start getting mail, I sure never knew it was coming." It's not something you prepare for. As the 2000s approached, Brandis's career slowed down. Tragically, in 2003, the LAPD responded to a distressing call, reporting that the former child star had attempted suicide at his apartment. Brandis passed away by suicide at the young age of 27, leaving fans who had followed his career deeply affected. Many shared their sorrow, with one fan expressing how Brandis was a positive part of their childhood. Number 7. Judith Barsi. Judith Barsi had an impressive career at a young age, appearing in films like Jaws, The Revenge, and on TV shows, including Punky Brewster, Cheers, Cagney and Lacey, and The Love Boat. She also did voice acting, like playing Anne-Marie in All Dogs Go to Heaven, and also voicing Ducky in The Land Before Time. Tragically, in 1988, before All Dogs Go to Heaven was released, Barsi was murdered at the age of 10 by her father. According to the Los Angeles Times, her father killed both her and her mother, before committing suicide by setting fire to their house. Don Bluth, the filmmaker behind The Land Before Time and All Dogs Go to Heaven, revealed that Barsi's death deeply affected the animators working on her final film. He described how emotional it was for them to hear her voice recordings, causing delays in production. Later, Barsi's gravestone was also inscribed with, "Yep yep yep," in remembrance of Ducky's iconic catchphrase. Number 8. Heather O'Rourke. Heather O'Rourke portrayed Carol Ann Freeling in the classic horror film Poltergeist, where her character communicates with the supernatural through eerie television static. Tragically, Dominique Dunne, who played Carol Ann's older sister Dana, was murdered by her boyfriend shortly after the movie's release. In the sequel, Poltergeist Part 2, Julian Beck, who played as Preacher Cain, also passed away shortly after the film's release, fueling rumors of a poltergeist curse. Rumor has it, the production used actual skeletons rather than fake props for the film. Sadly, O'Rourke herself passed away later in the decade. In 1988, at just 12 years old, she collapsed and was hospitalized for cardiac arrest. Doctors discovered a bowel obstruction, which proved fatal. It was later revealed that she had an undiagnosed congenital intestinal issue. Number 9. Sawyer Sweeten. Everybody knows the classic sitcom Everybody Loves Raymond, right? In it, the Barone family included a set of twins, played by Sawyer and Sullivan Sweeten. Sawyer Sweeten also appeared in shows like Even Stevens and Frank McCluskey CI. In 2015, tragedy struck when Sawyer Sweeten took his own life, shortly before his 20th birthday. His sister Madeline shared the devastating news in a statement to Variety, expressing deep sorrow over the loss of her brother. Following Sawyer's death, Elizabeth Jeannie, Sweeten's mother, appeared on Larry King Now to discuss the media coverage surrounding her son's passing. She expressed frustration over extended family members learning about the tragedy online rather than from her directly, emphasizing the personal impact and grief of losing a child. Number 10. Brad Renfro. Brad Renfro first rose to fame in the early 1990s, with a standout role in The Client, starring alongside Tommy Lee Jones. He continued to impress the audience throughout the decade, starring in films like Disney's Tom and Huck. Renfro's performances in movies, such as Sleepers, Apt Pupil, and Telling Lies in America, cemented him as one of the most promising young actors of his time. However, as he grew older, he faced struggles with addiction that led him down a difficult path. In 2005, he was caught trying to buy drugs on Skid Row in Los Angeles, and was booked into jail. A few years later, in 2008, Renfro tragically passed away at the age of 25 due to a heroin overdose. It really breaks our heart to see how so many talented and promising child actors passed away so soon. How do you feel about today's vid? Let us know in the comments below.
Thank you for checking this video out. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for new videos every day. Turn that bell notification on if you want to hear from us, and comment down below if you've subscribed, and we'll make sure to reply and thank as many of you as we possibly can.